Good afternoon. My name is Hunter Lohse. I'm a third-year Master of Landscape Architecture student at the University of Arizona, and my research regards improving GIS techniques to improve the specificity of the Arizona Department of Health Services Index of populations vulnerable to extreme heat. So currently, heat vulnerability is mapped by census tracts. So these are pretty large, and they only use 5 indicators. So it has to do with the number of children, the number of elderly people, and the number of families below the poverty line. And so I wanted to take readily available data to see if I could improve this model and zone in within these census tracts to identify more vulnerable populations. So what I did is I mapped all of the residential parcels and all of the within all of the census tracts identified as vulnerable. And then I created buffers around access to public transportation and cooling centers. These are Red Cross centers, but libraries and public schools. And so within the quarter-mile buffer, if they were near a public transportation and a cooling center, we would recognize that as moderately vulnerable. And then the further away the access to either a cooling center or bus transportation, they would be more vulnerable. And so my results found that this data did help improve the model. As you can see, we've got 3 levels of upper moderate vulnerability and high vulnerability. And we've located several thousand parcels within each category. As you can see here, as the colors get darker, those are the parcels that are experiencing more heat vulnerability due to their lack of access to public transportation and lack of access to a public cooling center. And so I think this data would be really helpful for city officials during an extreme heat event to better identify which areas of town might need services related to extreme heat illness. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.